Everyone. If you wanted to go into your Cherwell database and start decoding the XML, you'd have to be absolutely crazy. Uh, you know, Shaving off your facial hair right before going into winter crazy. But before we get into why that's the case, I want to remind you that if you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Uh, if you like what I'm doing here, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Uh, it'll help you get notified when future demos come out, when I show off cool stuff, because I have been showing off some pretty cool stuff on the channel the last few weeks. I hope you agree. Go ahead and leave comments down below if you feel one way or the other. Okay, so you'd have to be absolutely crazy to go into the XML and start decoding it. Now, you might think that the reason for that is because it's very complicated, very verbose. There's a lot to it, and there's a lot of kind of unanswered questions. It's not necessarily self-explanatory, and you wouldn't be wrong. That's certainly true. Um, but the reason you'd have to be absolutely crazy to do it is because I've already done it for you. Um, so this is, in fact, a BusObForm form arrangement showing multiple BusObForms, showing an incident, including all the relationships. I guess the tabs you saw last week, but the forms are all new. I did that in the last week or so, um, and we've got a lot of expressions. We've got a lot of different types of controls here. Um, Still geared toward just the read-only scenario, right? So I think this down here is supposed to be one of those matrix pickers. The buttons aren't wired up because they actually do something. They change the data, and I'm not going to do that quite yet. These are all links that I think most of them fire one steps. Haven't gotten into that yet. Not going to, at least not right now. Um, so this is about as far as the BizOp form is going to go, with the exception of obviously there are some missing pieces. This still says stored ref. It's not pulling the right data. Some of the colors aren't showing up. Um, but other than that, this is 100% pulled from the XML. I didn't rebuild this from scratch. I am reading the XML and deciding what to show on the screen and where to show it on the screen, basically exactly the same way that Cherwell would have done it. Obviously, completely new code, completely different code, um, but it's using the same information that's in your database or would be in your database. This is obviously on the Cherwell demo database. But if you want to see it on your database, let me know. There will be a link down below to the demo of this particular application, so you can actually see it running on the Cherwell demo database, and you can actually see what I'm showing here for yourself. This isn't just smoke and mirrors. This is actually legitimately something that you can go and play around with. There will be a link down below for that. There will also be a link to Calendly, so you can pick a time on my calendar when I'm available, and we can talk about setting this up on your database. That's honestly, I'm really excited to get to see this on things that aren't the Cherwell database, because I want to make sure it works for the scenarios that you're using it for. Make sure it actually shows the things that you and people like you are legitimately using Cherwell for. Um, I think this is a game changer for obviously the transition strategy now that Cherwell proper is end of life. All of that data is still around. You still need access to that data, and this provides the way to get access to that data without having to build something totally custom or duplicate work that everybody else is going to have to be dealing with as well. You can just run this software on your database, and you'll have access to it just like you always have. You can also shoot me an email. My email address will be down there. Um, but realistically, I want to get to the point where I'm not just making videos for all of you. I want to get on a Zoom call with you and learn more about how you're using Cherwell, what you're using Cherwell for, and how the best way is that I can support that scenario, right? So not just building this software based on, yes, I know what's going to appear in a Cherwell database, but I want to make sure it has the right features for what you need it to be. So let me know. Shoot me an email, schedule time on my calendar. I'm excited to talk to y'all. And again, if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and I will see you next week at least, but who knows? Maybe another time this week. Thanks for watching.